vida se esse 4 falasse. Mas que pena, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Porque se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então de canto eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nela, eu pensei que a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
What a friend could do, never knew I'd be bruised, all black and blue. With my back to the wall, scrap with my dogs, rap with my dogs, cat with my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta, Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run, even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a youngster wanna meet the sun, we gon' rap to the death where the roots is from. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Golden State Warriors. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving at the point guard.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Now, here is Smith. Dishes it to James. There's the triple. Barnes grabs the miss. Thompson passes to Curry, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Offline with his three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Warriors have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. James outside. And the three off target.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Cavaliers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Well, wide open look for Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Here's Curry.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
To the middle, and Irving gets it to go on the assist by Smith. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Warriors trail. Here's Curry with the three. Curry with another miss.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems. It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got 9.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Watch out now, Shooky. We got a duel shaping up right here. This could be mano-mano for a little while.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Love dishes to Tom.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, just love to go up and jam like that.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Different look here for the Warriors. Justice Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Cleveland leading by 8. 1:07 left to play here in the first. And it's Dellavedova missing. The Warriors shooting 33% here in the first quarter. And Curry, here we go. That's good. Curry's got 11 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Outside jumper. Another miss by Shumpert.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
You know, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The drive by James. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Spates kicks to Curry. And the officials call a traveling violation.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Iguodala against LeBron. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And James drills them both. Timeout called the Warriors.
He's been aggressive looking for a shot, but without much success. It might be time for him to take a step back and look to help the team in other ways.
Give it up for Oracle Arena, your Warriors girls.
Iguodala outside. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
James can't get it to go. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll get things started in the second. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read this comment.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw. saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Love in at the four-man position. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Even then, it's just not a good play.
Timeout called the Warriors.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. It's stolen by Curry. All alone, throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones. And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
The feed now to Barnes. Green passes to Curry. Shot from free throw range, and the shot falls short this time. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Irving drives in, and stolen by Barnes. And it's the Warriors on the break. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Love. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thanks, Doris.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And a wide-open look for Irving. Nailed from three-point land. And now it's a 12-point Cavalier lead. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
Warriors trail by 13. He dishes it to Ezeli. Gold State moving it around. Livingston, no luck.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's Curry with the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. They get the rebound. Mozgov dishes to Shumpert. Back to Mozgov. The shot by Irving. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Iguodala kicks to Green. And the rejection by James. Shumpert passes to LeBron. Fry at the elbow. The rebound by Ezeli. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And again, no good by Golden State.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Mozgov with the steal. Irving attacking. Again, the Cavaliers score.
You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the three ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now. Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
On the wing, Irving. And the layup falls. Irving's got 22.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Mozgov dishes to James. Green with the block. Got it up. What a play. Simply drains it in at the... Buzzer.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Cavaliers on
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 22 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Barbecue chicken, they were completely overmatched in the low post. I couldn't believe the amount of points they allowed in the paint. Wow, I thought I was out there scoring, playing basketball. They got to switch things up, get some different matchups because they are getting eaten alive. Barbecue chicken.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 22 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Irving attacking, and that one's good. Irving's got 24 points.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Curry can't get it to go. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Green, and Ian Clark subbed in for Curry.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Steph Curry's checked in for Ian Clark. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Thompson. Love with the screen on Thompson. James outside. Love, a good look. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Bogut. Barnes kicks to Curry. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Dellavedova. It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson dishes to Barnes. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Bogut the pass to Spates. Here's Curry. Misses off the left iron. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Thompson with the bucket.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Timeout,
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Love.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Thompson. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Amon Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Love. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Here's Dellavedova. He has 6. Feeds it to Love. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates. Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
The finish, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Love.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Azili's checked in for Spates. And it's Green in for Brandon Rush. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That is his first foul of the game. Andrew Bogut checked in for Azili.
Third team foul. Substitution for Warriors. Andrew Bogut. Warriors call a timeout.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Curry's checked in for Golden State. Curry brings the double. Outside Irving. LeBron outside. No good from outside.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Barbosa takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Good. 10 points for Amon Shumpert.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Kicks to Fry. Fires from deep. But they recover it. Here's Shumpert. No good on the buzzer beater. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Cavaliers leading by 23. So on the floor for Cleveland. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Irving at the 1 spot.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Thompson. Smith for 3. And Curry pulls it down. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. On its way from Curry for 2. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
The dish to Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
There's the bucket, good.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Again, Curry missing.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Irving kicks to Smith, shoots the 3, and that one's good. Smith's got 7 points for the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Lets the 3 fly. They get it back, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green.